Some songs transcend their era and become timeless classics. In this video, we'll look at 10 classic songs that never get old. Baby One More Time by Britney Spears. When Britney Spears released Baby One More Time in 1998, pop music was forever changed. The song introduced her to the world and became the defining song for an entire generation of late 90s pop. The song is instantly recognizable from the first second. Accompanied by the unforgettable music video, it became a cultural phenomenon overnight. It reached #1 on the Billboard Hot 100, marking Britney's arrival as a global superstar. It sold over 10 million copies globally, making it one of the best-selling singles of all time. At just 16 years old, Britney made an all-time classic. Its legacy cannot be overstated, as it launched a new wave of teen pop that ruled pop music entering into a new millennium. To this day, the song remains iconic, even in the streaming era, now sitting on close to 1 billion streams on Spotify. Bye 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 by NSYNC. In 2000, NSYNC made boy band history with their chart-topping hit Bye Bye Bye. Released as the lead single from their sophomore album No Strings Attached, the song became the ultimate breakup anthem and a defining moment for pop music of the early 2000s. The group's energetic performance and iconic puppet-themed music video only amplified its success. Bye 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 catapulted the album to sell a historic 2.4 million copies in its first week. It also captured the essence of post-Y2K pop and ended up becoming a modern classic. Even decades later, it hasn't lost its charm. It became huge on TikTok this year because it was prominently featured in the opening of the Deadpool movie, proving that it is a timeless anthem. It encapsulated the energy of the early 2000s and continues to remind fans why NSYNC is one of the greatest boy bands of all time. Billie Jean by Michael Jackson. Michael Jackson's Billie Jean is a masterpiece that redefined pop and R&B forever. Released in 1983 as part of his legendary album Thriller, it became a hit, immediately peaking at #1 on the Billboard Hot 100 and staying there for 7 weeks. Its iconic music video was innovative for the time. It also earned Michael 2 Grammy Awards. His legendary moonwalk during the 1983 Motown 25 performance turned the song into a global sensation and added the dance move into music history. It is now considered as one of the best songs ever. Billie Jean is the gold standard for pop perfection and remains timeless, as it has now accumulated 1.9 billion streams on Spotify. I Wanna Dance With Somebody by Whitney Houston. Whitney Houston's I Wanna Dance With Somebody is the quintessential feel-good anthem. Released in 1987 as the lead single from her second album Whitney, the song perfectly captures the infectious energy of the dance pop era. It was a big shift from the ballads Whitney was known for, proving her versatility and ability to dominate upbeat pop. The song became a massive success, topping the charts in over 10 countries, including the Billboard Hot 100. It solidified her reputation as a crossover superstar, earning her a Grammy for Best Female Pop Vocal Performance. It is also one of the catchiest songs of all time and gives you pure fun every time you listen to it. Decades later, I Wanna Dance With Somebody remains ageless. It is perfect when you want to lift your mood, singing along at the top of your lungs. It is a song that truly never gets old. Dancing Queen by ABBA. Few songs can match the pure joy of ABBA's Dancing Queen. Released in 1976 as part of their album Arrival, the song is a perfect blend of infectious melodies and disco magic. It encapsulated the carefree spirit of the 70s. The song quickly became a global sensation, topping charts worldwide, including the Billboard Hot 100. Even as disco faded, Dancing Queen continued to shine, appearing in films like Mamma Mia and becoming a timeless classic. Close to 50 years later, it is as popular as ever and has crossed over into the streaming era, now sitting on 1.5 billion streams on Spotify. It is a masterpiece that will always be the ultimate feel-good classic. Halo by Beyoncé. Released in 2008 as part of Beyoncé's I Am Such a Fierce album, Halo quickly became one of the most iconic ballads of modern pop music. Beyoncé's vocal delivery on the song is masterful and gets you floating. Commercially, Halo was an undeniable success. It became one of Beyoncé's signature songs, peaking at #5 on the Billboard Hot 100 and earning a Grammy nomination. Beyond the charts, the song's impact is huge, becoming one of the best parts of her live shows. When she performs it, she elevates the song into even greater heights. Even over a decade later, Its beauty remains untouched, cementing Beyoncé's title as one of the greatest pop stars of all time. It is now her most streamed song, reaching 1.6 billion streams on Spotify. Mr. Brightside by The Killers. If there's one song that has achieved modern rock immortality, it is Mr. Brightside by The Killers. Released in 2004 as the breakout single from their debut album Hot Fuzz, the song became hugely successful. It is about paranoia and jealousy, but it managed to become an anthem for broken hearts everywhere. What makes this song so enduring is its replay value. It has become a phenomenon in the UK, where it holds the record for one of the longest charting singles of all time, consistently reappearing on the charts 2 decades after its initial release. The song's longevity is incredible, with even Gen Zers screaming every word whenever it plays. Nearly 20 years later, Mr. Brightside has cemented its place as a modern classic, now sitting on 2.4 billion streams on Spotify. Bohemian Rhapsody by Queen. Few songs in music history have matched the innovation and legacy of Queen's Bohemian Rhapsody. Released in 1975, as part of their album A Night at the Opera, the song broke every rule in pop music, clocking in at nearly 6 minutes, blending operatic, rock, and ballad segments. It defied expectation and became an instant classic. When it was initially released, it peaked on number 9 on the Billboard Hot 100, and when the lead singer Freddie Mercury passed in 1992, it got its new peak, getting to number 1 on the Billboard Hot 100. It also came back to the chart after the documentary movie about Queen was released in 2018. The song's impact is unmatched, and it remains one of the most played songs of all time, reaching over 2.6 billion streams on Spotify. The song has transcended generations and is considered one of the greatest songs of all time. Wonderwall by Oasis. Oasis's Wonderwall remains one of the most iconic songs of the 90s, a Britpop anthem that is unforgettable. Released in 1995 on their second album, What's the Story? Morning Glory, the song has been widely interpreted as a love song, even though Noel Gallagher has claimed its meaning is more ambiguous. Wonderwall quickly became a global phenomenon, reaching number 2 in the UK and becoming the band's most recognizable song. It solidified Oasis as a legendary band, even earning them Grammy nominations in the US. Today, it is a timeless masterpiece. Nearly 30 years after its release, it still never gets old, reaching 2.1 billion streams on Spotify. Paper Planes by M.I.A. When M.I.A. released Paper Planes as part of her 2008 album Kala, few could have predicted how popular it would become and would embed itself in pop culture, blending elements of hip-hop and alternative pop into a unique sound. The famous gunshots and cash register sounds made it unique and is a template for memes to this day. Despite its unconventional structure, Paper Planes became a global hit. The song peaked on number 4 on the Billboard Hot 100, introducing M.I.A. to a broader audience, while challenging the boundaries of what a pop hit could sound like. Over a decade later, it is still huge on platforms like TikTok and Spotify, now sitting on 805 million streams. Which timeless classics did I miss? Tell me in the comments below.